Okay, so in this video, I want to tell you how I think trauma can lead to PCOS. Food habits and lifestyle apart. Uh, if you have childhood trauma, a certain type of childhood trauma, you could actually develop uh, hirsutism and PCOS. This is completely my theory and it is completely through my observation. So if you guys want to research it further, please go ahead. And if you believe me, then you must start your healing journey at the earliest. If you are already on your healing journey, great. If you want any tips, reach out to me. I will help you. I am a completely non-judgmental person who believes in the good of humanity, and I want people to prosper, especially women who have suffered enough, right? So how does trauma contribute to PCOS? Well, a lot many times what happens is when a female is undermined, she is intimidated, and she feels the need to secure herself. That is when the androgen hormones come to rise, right? So it is all psychological. When you're you are in an environment which is suppressing you, is degrading you, and your mind comes up with these survival tactics, right? Human mind is great at survival tactics. One thing, the reason why humans are thriving today is because they have the highest need for survival. They do not have claws and fur or sharp teeth like other wild animals, or even venom. They are very soft compared to other animals on this planet, and the only thing that saves them is their brain. So their brain is continuously looking out for dangers. And if the child has been facing, especially a female child has been facing continuous trauma, continuous backlashes, continuous attack, physically or mentally abuse, if that is the case, yes. And a lot of girl children who have faced child sexual abuse may also develop PCOS because it is trauma, right? And they develop this defense mechanism to behave in a certain way to ward off men, to repel men so that they cannot harm them anymore. So even that defense mechanism tends to develop PCOS in women. In my case, it was both. I had a traumatizing child. I mean, although I did not feel it, although on the whole, and I was watching this video where this guy was saying the exact thing I feel, that my childhood was good, on the outset you can see that it was really good. I enjoyed, I had fun with my cousins. My summer holidays were full of joy, except when it came to the parenting part, right? And that is where things got muddled, and my parent not being able to understand how to react to a child's situation. I mean, see, I am just one of them, and I'm sure there are other people who, and that is what I'm trying to say, that that is one thing that will aggravate and that will basically act as a catalyst for the androgen levels to rise. So yes, if you are someone who has faced trauma, who is still on bad terms with the parent, with your parents, uh, you must understand that there is something wrong there, right? And what is wrong, you need to identify it. And if it is truly trauma, something you face since childhood, if your parents have abused you since childhood, then it's time that you okay. So the video got disconnected. Yeah, so I was trying to say that if you are also facing this, then it's time that you start the healing process. I don't know how old you are. It's and it's not relevant. A healing process should begin whenever you realize it. If you are in your 20s, nothing like it, beautiful. If you are in your teens, even better. If you are in your 40s, it is still all right. If you are in your 60s, it is also all right. That is not a criteria at all. Age is just not a factor. Yes, there will be a lot of regret, there will be a lot of crying, there will be a lot of self-pity. You might also uh, unnecessarily hook up with someone or find a partner who would be abusive, who would be toxic. That would also happen, and you will try to find validation from them because they remind you of that toxic parent, and you think that at least this person will be able to give me love, right, the way I desire. But that is not going to happen. Yeah, it is not going to happen because you have made a choice in your unhealthy state, right? When your mind is unhealthy and you've taken a decision, and that will definitely not have good consequences. Exceptions always exist. I am never going to deny that, right? Except if you are exceptional and if you've managed to come out of this bad state and made it into a good state, you are a lead who turned gold. Beautiful. But there are many others out there who are still struggling, who don't know how to deal with it because they are the parents at the end of the day, right? How do you fight with your parents? There is so much of gratitude, and there's so much of love, and there's so much of respect, and a lot of admiration as well. And barring all that, looking at their toxicity and deciding to stay away from it is a huge task, but you must do it step by step. You don't need to hate your parents, you don't need to, but just enough to have some time for yourself. And that time, unfortunately, is not going to be 1 month or 2 months, it could be years together. This is childhood trauma we are talking about, right? So you need to be prepared for the pain you're going to go through. It's going to have a lot of despair, it's going to have a lot of hopelessness. But remember, remember, and I always remember that I am a human being. You are a human being. The most strongest thing about human beings is that they are survivors. They can survive anything. Physical, maybe not so much, but psychological effects, they have a lot of strength. You just have to push yourself, and always keep the light at the end of the tunnel in mind, right? You will, and that is the truth, whether you like it or not. The fact of the matter is, and I truly believe it, that you lose when you give up. I mean, I am not encouraging you to follow the path of a psychopath. No, I'm not saying that. Realizing your benefits and drawbacks is also important. But on the whole, when you're sure about a certain goal, then you must believe that there is light at the end of the tunnel, right? So, how do you heal yourself? As I've told you, that 5-minute meditation is going to help you. And besides that, slowly, you know, I mean, I have not only seen, I have also experienced this in myself, that people like us are highly unorganized because we are thinking about so many things, we are panicking about so many things at the same time, and we are unable to do things which are right in front of us, right? We are not able to organize them. So, for example, you have a need for food, right? You're hungry all the time, not hungry all the time, you need to eat, right? So, if you're unable to cook, that is a big challenge in women also. I mean, a lot of women have this issue. Women as children are taught that they have to get married and feed their husbands or feed their in-laws, and that kind of, so that a psychological dependency is created. So when women start living alone, they don't see the point of cooking because there's no motivation, there's no one to cook for, right? So so then it becomes a challenge to cook. So how do you overcome this challenge? Pick very, how to cook, right? So I face this problem, and I'm still facing it, and I'm slowly solving it, and it is kind of working for me, and I hope it is long term. And slow would be long term. If you keep it slow and steady, it will be long term. Okay, do not be in a hurry. So, for example, the most basic thing as an Indian woman is boiling rice. Rice is steamed. That's the least you can do, right? The next simplest thing, and we women are not very particular about taste unless it is golgappa or some chaat or something chatpata. But on a daily basis, food is not such a huge deal for us. We don't need to have tasty food every day. Paneer pasanda and chicken butter masala is not a daily requirement. So chawal, you got your dal, any dal. The easiest dal to make is moong dal, right? Pressure cooker में डालो, एक सीटी खत्म. So तड़का वड़का इतना टेंशन मत लो. तड़का वड़का, मूंग दाल, पानी, प्याज डाला, हल्दी, मिर्च, और तुमको कुछ डालना है तो तुम्हारी मर्जी, नमक डालना मत भूलना. कुकर डालो, चढ़ाओ, एक सीटी, डन. Just have, you also know how much water to add so that it is thick enough or as per your consistency, your need. दाल हो गया, चावल हो गया. अब क्या चाहिए? अचार चाहिए, अचार लेके खा लो. अच्छा, अगर अचार से मन नहीं बनता, तुमको कोई सब्ज़ी चाहिए, तो सबसे आसान सब्ज़ी मैं बताऊंगी इज़ बैंगन. दैट भरता वाला बैंगन. उसको तुम पतला पतला राउंड राउंड काट लो. ये बंगाली करते हैं, बहुत ही आसान रेसिपी है. तेल डालो, तेल में नमक डालो, थोड़ा गर्म हो जाए, नमक डालो, लाल मिर्च डालो, और उसमें ये राउंड कटे पटे पतले पतले राउंड काट लो और उसको फ्राई करने डाल दो हल्के धीमी आंच पे. यू विल नॉट बिलीव इट, 10 मिनट में तैयार हो जाएगा. ठीक है, मतलब 5 मिनट इस तरफ, 5 मिनट उस तरफ. ठीक है, मतलब पलट दो बैंगन को. डन. नमक, मिर्च पाउडर और तेल. अगर इफ़ यू फीलिंग फैंसी, थोड़ा गार्लिक डाल लो. सरसों का तेल यूज़ करोगे और टेस्टी होगा. हो गए 3 डिशेस, चावल, दाल और बैंगन की सब्जी. यू डन. एंड women are not fussy about vegetables or whatever, they will eat anything. It's men, हम टमाटर नहीं खाएंगे, बैंगन नहीं खाएंगे, दूध नहीं पियेंगे, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Women are very comfortable with such things. So I think you will do well. एंड ज़रूरी नहीं है कि ये रोज़ हमको कुछ नया नया खाना है, ऐसा कुछ ज़रूरी नहीं. इफ़ यू आर फीलिंग द प्रेशर ऑफ कुकिंग एंड ईटिंग समथिंग नया नया, डोंट एक्सपेरिमेंट विद दैट अर्लियर. एज आई सेड, स्लो. 1 महीने तक बनाओ दाल चावल. इफ़ यू वांट एक और सब्ज़ी ऐड कर लो. एक और इजी थिंग इज़ सोया नगेट्स. बहुत ही आसान है, पानी में सोख करके डाल दो. जब तक सब्ज़ी काटोगे, प्याज काटोगे, वो पानी में सोख हो जाएगा. उसको अच्छे से निचोड़ के fried with some salt, mirch powder and pyaz, garlic dal lo. That's it. See, yeah, I gave a long recipe, for all these things. But what I'm trying to say is that for people who have gone through this trauma, they have ADHD sort of issues where they cannot focus on one thing for a long time, or they're just not able to think about something because they are in their minds, they are trying to solve multiple problems at the same time. So all these factors are, in my opinion, they contribute to your medical condition. So relieving yourself of these issues would definitely improve your condition. Okay. Again, if you need any tips, if you have questions, feel free to contact me. Also, I don't say this in every video, but please like my video, subscribe. I mean, you'll get notification. Comment, because I'm willing to answer questions. I'm willing to share what I know, and I'm willing to help those who need help. So I will not know that you need help if you don't reach out to me, right? So yeah, I will see you in the next video.